Give us PSG. Give us PSG. We were supposed to play PSG for that final. Give us PSG. Nah, they cannot even beat PSG. They don't feel beat PSG. And PSG were without four of their best players. Talking about Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, Due, and of course the captain Marquinhos. This is Josag reporting for Footy Talks. Champions League, what a game, what a match day. There was so many top games today, but the talking point clearly was the game between Barcelona at home taking on the champions of Europe, Paris Saint-Germain. It didn't go according to plan for Hansi Flick and his Barcelona men, who went ahead from a goal by Ferran Torres after Rashford provided the assist. Paris Saint-Germain showed exactly why they were champions, or why they are champions of Europe rather. They went all out against Barcelona without fear, without their players, without reasonable doubts. Like everyone was like thinking Barcelona were going to prove a point in this match, but clearly Luis Enrique has classed Hansi Flick in this very game and came out with the 3 points away with Paris Saint-Germain at Barcelona. Let's talk about other games as well, but still the talking point remains. Barcelona showed, or should I say Nuno Mendes, because at the start of the game everyone was thinking Yamal came for a revenge. Just 71 seconds in and Yamal sat Nuno down, and so many blogs and other news channels were already bringing up the Yamal PRA again. Don't get me wrong, Yamal is a top player, the best of his age around the world, at least from what we're seeing. But Nuno Mendes is just that special player, and again it shows in this game why he remains one of the best left backs in Europe top 5 leagues or in world football. He had a brilliant first half, an amazing run that brought the assist for Mayulu's goal, which made it 1-1. That was a top game, a top game. Man City were looking to get away with the 3 points away at Monaco, but a late penalty won and conceded by Eric Dyer gave Monaco the draw. It ended 2-2. Yesterday we saw Real Madrid defeating, sorry, that name is very hard to pronounce. Was it Karait Almaty by 5-0? An hat-trick from Kylian Mbappe, who's on the verge of trying to prove that he on his own deserves a Ballon d'Or, but we can't guess or talk about how the Ballon d'Or is going to end this year. But he got a hat-trick in that game yesterday that ended 5-0 in favor of the what's it called, the Whites, Real Madrid. Atlanta saw the return of Nigerian top player, the current player of the year for Africa, Lookman returned, and Atlanta won that game 2-1 to Club Brugge. Atletico Madrid maintained their hot form. They started the season very terrible, having to go 3 or was it 4 games without getting a win, but now they've gone 3 games straight with a win, and they've been flying since the first game where Alvarez got a hat-trick. They defeated Madrid over the weekend, and now again they won at the Champions League 5-1 against Eintracht Frankfurt. Tottenham Hotspur came back from 2 goals down to equalize and made it 2-2 away at Bodo Glimt. Top performance by Tottenham. At first I thought that game was over. Talking about on Tuesday's games, I thought that game was over, but Tottenham showed that there was a reason they made it to the UEFA Champions League this season after defeating Manchester United in the Europa League final last year. They showed resilience and top power to come from 2 goals down and get a point. It's difficult. There is no easy game in the Champions League, regardless of who it is you are playing against. So tops up and hats off for Tottenham. Got to 2-2 draw. Benfica taking on Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea got to the victory in that game. An own goal from Richard Rios, the new signing who was signed from Palmeiras from the Club World Cup. A cross from Alejandro Garnacho brought about the confusion in the box, and Richard Rios couldn't just control his touch and put it into his own net. As well as Bayern Munich, where we saw Nicholas Jackson get his first goal and as well as an assist for Bayern Munich. It ended 5-1 in favour of Bayern Munich who took on Pafos. Galatasaray defeated Liverpool with Victor Osimhen's penalty. A top performance from Galatasaray defeating Liverpool. Most people would have guessed a different scoreline prediction if we were asked to have guessed that game. But going away to Turkey, it's never an easy place. The fans, the reception, and the stadium is always a tough match whenever a team travels to Turkey. There's where we saw Liverpool lost to Galatasaray. Then Inter Milan maintained a good form as Thuram got man of the match again over there as they won 3-0 against Slava Praha. Olympic Marseille, yeah, Marcel, they've been playing very very well as well. They were unfortunate 2 weeks ago where they lost 2-1 to Real Madrid in the opening fixture of the Champions League. But this time they were not ready to take any mistakes or give any chances away. They smashed Ajax by 4-0. Top performance from the team and the coach who was signed from Brighton. He moved to that league without any expectation of any supernatural performance from him, but he has been so outstanding with the Marseille team so far since he was signed, and yeah, we have to give it to him. It's not easy going to a league where Paris Saint-Germain is dominating always and start putting up stats like this. Well, Newcastle were away to Union Saint Gilloise. They won by 4-0. Yeah, I love that. I love the fact that these English teams are really showing out why they play in the best league in the world. Most people would argue, but I feel personally that the Premier League remains the best and most competitive league in the world, and it's showing with the quality of play that these teams are putting out there. We've seen Tottenham doing magic on their own. Now we've seen Newcastle, who were so unfortunate to lose to Barcelona 2 weeks ago. This time they were not giving anything away. They won 4-0 away. Qarabag are still the underdog and the most surprising package of this season's Champions League. They won 2-0 to Copenhagen. Juventus drew 2-2 with Villarreal. Yeah, a late goal for Roberto Viega there. The Chelsea player who was sold to Villarreal. He got a late goal in the 90th minute and secured the point for Villarreal in that game. Napoli taking on Sporting CP. Manchester United outcast, and the bomb squad chairman Rasmus Højlund got 2 goals in that game, as well as 2 assists for Kevin De Bruyne. We'll be diving into details of all of these games later on, but I just have to give the scoreline and all of that. So, Monaco, like I said, there was a 2-2 draw against Man City. Late penalty bomb from Eric Dyer, smashed into the top corner, secured the point. Borussia Dortmund outplayed and outsmarted Athletic Club, winning that game 4-1. Bayer Leverkusen are still yet to replicate that top performance they've been giving since they sold most of their top players. Talking about Florian Wirtz, who is still finding it hard to settle in at Liverpool, Frimpong, as well as some other players. They were held to a 1-1 draw by PSV. So Arsenal maintained a top performance as they were outright winners 2-0 to Arsenal against Olympiacos at the Emirates. Top performance, a wonderful goal from Saka secured that game. Then as well as the very game, the major talking points of the night, Paris Saint-Germain going away to Spain and to Barcelona and coming out with 3 points. I'll dive into all of the details of these games later, but for now, these are just the scoreline. This is just Sag again, Footy Talks. Peace and love.